It's just Amy on the mic tonight. Brighten your day with a little light. Heartfelt stories and a playful flow.
Hey friends, it's Amy with Just Amy. Welcome back. Episode number 2. I'm still here. I didn't go anywhere. Today, I want to talk about something that is on everyone's mind. Weight loss, okay? It's crazy. It's crazy how fat we are in this country. Like, we're the fattest country in the world. What is going on? Don't worry, there's a pill for that, right? Okay, let's talk about it. Weight loss is one of the most productive industries in this country for a reason. Because we're fat. I was fat, and I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the pros and cons of this magic pill that everybody is taking, and I want to tell you all about my experience, okay? I am not a doctor. I've only played one on TV. I'm just kidding. I'm not a doctor, so what I'm going to tell you is based on my experiences, and oh my gosh, did I go through some stuff. Nothing's perfect in this world. Nothing. So taking a pill to lose weight, of course there's going to be ups and downs. And there's so many more downs, and I hate to say it, but that's where this conversation's going to go, guys. It's going to go to the ugly, itchy part, because there's obviously the pro to, they're called the GLP-1 agonists, okay? The Ozempics, the Wegovy's. There's quite a few different variants of this medication out there. The one I'm talking about is semaglutide, the Ozempic. I was on it, and I went through a crazy experience, okay? Crazy. And so as I go through the pros and cons, I'm going to tell you what I experienced and how it affected me, okay? So I know this firsthand. This is not just me reading off of a computer, the pros and cons, all right? This is me telling you, yeah, this is what they say are the side effects, what can happen, and now I'm going to tell you what really happens, okay? All right, so pros, you lose weight. Do you have to work out? Do you have to eat right? Not really. I didn't. I was as lazy as I've ever been in my entire life. I sat there. I took the shots. It's not really a pill, guys. It's not really a pill. That's just kind of a metaphor. It's not really a pill. They do have pills, but the type of medication I was on, the semaglutide, the Wegovy's, the Ozempic, there's quite a few other variants, is a shot that you give yourself once a week. And as you go, you build tolerance. And so the shots get stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's something you discuss with your physician. They'll let you know when to increase your dose. I had to increase my dose a lot because my system was becoming immune to it very quickly. And if you don't know how expensive this drug is, where have you been? You've been living under a rock, because people talk about this drug and its expenses. It's ridiculous what some people were paying originally. First thing is, you have to understand that this drug was originally designed to assist people with diabetes, specifically diabetes 2, not the 1, because if you have diabetes 1 or if you have any thyroid issues, you're really not supposed to take this medication. You are not. Okay, so first and foremost, do not take this medication. I'm sure your doctor will explain that to you if you decide to take it, or, you just need that information. There you go. Don't do it. Because unfortunately, it can cause thyroid issues. We'll get into that in a second. This drug has been around for some time. It's not a new drug. Diabetics have been taking it for years. It helps to reduce their issues with diabetes. And it works phenomenally. And what they found is that these people were losing weight. And so somebody caught on to it and said, hey, doc, how about me? I want to lose weight. Can I try it? Well, they didn't really think there was a lot of harm that could be done if you took this medication. It had more positives than negatives. But I'm here to tell you, I don't know if it's just me. It's not, because I had a lot of friends that did it, and we've all suffered some pretty severe side effects, crazy side effects. Okay, here we go. Again, the pro, you lose weight. A lot of people that have heart problems, this is a plus for you because it's not a stimulant and it doesn't make you crazy and make your heart go crazy like stimulants like phentermine and some of the other drugs that have been just prescribed over the years, the last like 20 years for weight loss. So this is it's a good, safe option for people that have heart issues, elderly, even kids. Yes, kids are taking this. Listen to me. Everyone is taking this. And not too long ago, they were charging $1,200 for 1 month supply. And insurance wasn't covering it. Still, a lot of times it's not covering it for weight loss. Insurance said, no, we're not doing that. Not for weight loss. Me personally, I think it would be a huge plus for the industry to get in on it and start covering it because we are a fat country. And with fat people comes bad diseases. And we're dying young. We're dying of cardiovascular issues, all because of weight, right? So if you lose the weight and you keep it off, then you don't have all these other crazy ailments later in life that the insurance companies have to pay for. So wouldn't it be a plus if they just started paying for it? Duh. Okay, let's move on. That's kind of the plus side, the pros. Okay, let's talk about the cons. Where do I start? Okay, gastrointestinal side effects, stomach paralysis. So the way that this drug works to lose weight is it stops your stomach from breaking down what's in your stomach, your foods, your drinks, whatever it is that you eat or drink, whatever you consume. It holds it in there and it doesn't let you go to the bathroom. Okay? Now, we call that constipation. We call that induced constipation, which is exactly what it is. And it is causing a lot of problems for a lot of people with the stomach paralysis. Shutting down your system. You're not going number 2. You just don't go. And it gets stuck in there. And you know what happens? You start belching. Oh my God. We call them the sulfur belches, the sulfur burps, because they stink. And do you know why they stink? Because all that stuff in your stomach is just sitting there fermenting and becoming gaseous. And so not only are you now belching, and it is the worst thing you will ever smell, and to anyone sitting around you, they're going to think the same. It is the worst thing they've ever smelled. Flatulence. You're farting. You're going to fart. You're passing the gas. It's happening all the time. You can't hold it in. It hurts if you hold it in. Nausea, vomiting. Some people have diarrhea, which is not the most common because, like I said, that's not the way this drug works internally. It's expensive. You can't just stop taking it because here's the thing. Like me, a lot of people are not exercising. They're not eating right. They're just hoping that this medication, this shot's going to cure it all. And it is. Problem with that is when you don't work out, you lose muscle. So we're experiencing a lot of muscle loss, like to the 0% muscle, like is bad because not only is it causing the muscle atrophy from not moving and exercising, but it is also just breaking down that tissue. The drug naturally just kind of does some things. And so what happens when you lose that muscle is you get, yes, ladies, sagging skin, wrinkles, crepey skin, the Ozempic face. Have you heard that yet? That is a term people are using for that gaunt look that men and women and now children are getting because they're losing that muscle mass in their face and that skin is just sagging. And if you were morbidly obese and you have a lot of extra skin, that muscle is not holding anything in place and it is just drooping. You look like you're melting. I look like I'm melting. I did Ozempic. That's the outward thing. So now you're having to spend more money on, well, if you're me, you're spending more money on Botox to get rid of those wrinkles. I look older than I did when I started taking it. But I've lost weight. I feel better, but I look worse. You got to weigh that stuff out. What's more important to you, folks? Like, yeah, you want to be healthy, but I feel healthy, but honestly, my system isn't all that healthy. Another important aspect is the surgical problems. People are having their gallbladders removed. I had mine removed. It caused gallstones and pancreatitis. I had that as well. Some of the most excruciating pain I've ever had were the gallstones that this caused. So now I am without a gallbladder also. My pancreas is giving me problems, liver problems. People are having kidney problems, kidney failure. It's kind of scary. So what do? Do you take it? Do you not take it? I think it's a great step in losing weight. I don't think it's something that we should be relying on for the rest of our lives. The problem is once you stop taking this meds, a lot of times that weight comes right back. You just blow up again, okay? And that's a problem because now you're putting even more, you've got all these issues from the side effects, but now your heart is having to work overtime again. And so we're seeing a lot of people that are experiencing the weight gain immediately and plus some. And they're still kind of unhealthy, even more unhealthy than they were before. So you have to be careful with this, guys. It is not a win-win. You do have to exercise. You do have to eat right. Because if you don't, you will not maintain and it'll all come back plus some. So I went through the yo-yo where I lost a ton of weight, felt great, lost my gallbladder, had pancreatitis, had liver and kidney issues. I have this Ozempic face, which Botox is helping, but it's not perfect. So I'm not a vain person. I guess maybe I sort of am a vain person. I don't know. Do Botox and whatever. But I'm 50, so I think I can justify that. But again, all the things that we're having to do to combat the side effects from Ozempic, is it really worth it? For me, I used it as a stepping stone, lose a little weight, makes it easier for you to get out there and exercise. And so that's what I'm doing now. And that seems to be working. So don't think you're going to take these meds, the weight's going to fall off and it's going to stay off. That's not how it works. And don't think that you're going to be successful if you're not eating right and working out, exercising, walking, whatever it is you can do to go alongside it to maintain. You have to. It's a must. So, in conclusion, it has its pros, it has its cons. For me, there's a lot more cons than pros, but it's all about how you look at it and what's most important to you. I say go for it if you're comfortable with giving yourself shots, because you have to give yourself shots to do this, but do it right. Do it right. Get out there and exercise. Move your behind. Don't just sit down and take these shots and think you're going to lose all this weight and everything's going to be perfect. It's not. Exercise, please. Go see a nutritionist. Learn how to eat properly. We all should be doing that anyway. That's just part of life. We have to eat. We can't just stop eating. And with this medication, it literally makes you not hungry at all. Like, I never wanted to eat, so I had to force myself to eat. And I had an option: chocolate bar, apple. I chose the apple. So it went faster for me. But again, when you lose weight that fast, you are going to suffer some side effects. And I just named you some of them. Hypoglycemia, vision changes, hair loss. I lost a bunch of my hair. I have extensions in. I have to wear extensions. I lost a lot of hair. Okay. One of the reasons why you lose a lot of hair is because when you stop eating, you're not getting the nutrients that your body needs to sustain. And so it gets rid of those things that are unnecessary, like the hair and the perfect skin. And, you got to weigh out what's best for you. For me, I decided I'm going to get off of the drug and I'm just going to exercise. I lost enough weight that I am now not hurting when I'm outside working out. I understand, folks, when you're obese, it's hard to get out there and work out. So use this as a stepping stone if you want, but this is not a forever thing. And get out of that mindset if that's where you're at, because it's not going to work for anyone that way. This is like a 2-year-old drug, right? That people are using for weight loss for the last 2 years. It's been around a lot longer, but most recently within the last 2 years, it's been used as a weight loss drug. It's expensive. There are a lot of negative side effects, but you can use it to your advantage if you do it right. So take my advice. Please take my advice. Move. If you're going to do it, get out, run, work out, lift weights, and eat right. There's no way around that, folks. There's no way around that. And why would you want to do that anyway? I call people like that skinny fat people, because you might look skinny, but your body is still malnourished. It's still got all the junk and the toxins in it. And it's just, you know what? You don't need to, that's not how we should be living our lives. Nobody should. So you need to weigh it out, do your homework, talk to your doctors. If it's for you, great. But unfortunately, a lot of friends, including myself, had to stop taking it because it just wasn't, there were just too many bad things happening. Okay. So no, this isn't a miracle drug, and it's not for everyone. Okay. So enough about that. If you liked what you saw, you want to hear more about what I have to talk about, click the like, subscribe, and share. It's the best thing you could do for an influencer. It's the best compliment we could receive. I hope you liked my experience with Ozempic. If you have any questions, if you want to discuss it, message me. We can talk about it. I'll talk about it privately if you want. You've got my info. All right. So until the next show, Amy out.